Good evening, Togepi. Welcome on in. How are you doing? I hope that you're well. A bit of a crisis. Oh no. Well, if it's anything with which we can help, do let us know. And if it's just something that's color in your day, I get it. But I'm glad that despite crisis, you're good. Clicking buttons that I need to click. Clicking buttons that make the stream work. Gotta do a thing or two more. Refresh. That bit of crunchiness just there was the Streamlabs webpage loading. It apparently is that intensive on computer resources. Hi, Mavkata! Welcome on in. It's my apologies to all and sundry for the delay this evening. Was hanging out with a friend. And such time is... Oh. Well, it's good that you caught it now, Togepi. What's fixed is fixed. Anyways. Let's switcheroo! Kind of. So this is the epilogue to the switcheroo, in which we will be finishing Pokemon Emerald and Ruby, mostly Pokemon Emerald. But you know, Ruby as well. Ruby also. At some point. Well, I've fixed that, so it's good. So, we're good. But we will be using the switcheroo machine to switch back and forth between Emerald and Ruby once. Because I'm curious if after this round of Emerald it would have been Ruby, or if Sapphire was going to get another round. Because Sapphire, I haven't marked Sapphire as done in the system. I know the hotkey to do that now. It's Control-Shift-D. D for done. So, gotta charge my work phone. He's fine, he's fine, he's fine. And we'll get started. We're gonna run it with the switcheroo machine until such point as Ruby is done, and then I can just turn it off. Anyways, hello! Welcome back. That sure looks not like a Goldeen. This is a Jolteon. Anyways, welcome. Last time on the switcheroo, the Sapphire Torchics reigned victorious in what was a close finish. Literally came down to which game the switcheroo machine chose to favor, with both Sapphire and Ruby tightly contested in making their way through the Elite Four. It was decided by fate. Indeed, it was passion. Also, welcome on in. And for those who had joined us for the switcheroo, your points have been refunded, and any redemptions of the various challenges that affect switcheroo gameplay will no longer be honored. We're just playing the games tonight. But I do believe they'll still show up on screen if you would. If you want to make a little visual show up for a while. the screen transition on 1% Kecleon. The fact that we had a switcheroo mid that catch was incredible. What if Emerald still beats Ruby? Not really possible. Just given the distance between the two games. Because I should, if I'm, you know, if I'm worth my salt, I should be able to manage getting Ruby through the rest of the Elite Four. Steven pulls some lanes and hacks all his Pokemon at level 80. He could do that. Perfectly possible. I can use Ice Beam against a Lombre. Wouldn't be actually the worst choice. Still working on training Terry here. And I can take my time a little in Emerald. We got the full show. I'm still going to try and sort of press to the end in Emerald just to see what game time I can get it under, but I don't have to be in a super rush. So this battle is much longer than it really needs to be. Also, interesting Pokemon news, which I will wait to tell. Because there's advertisements happening. And I keep forgetting that that's a thing that happens on this website that I'm getting used to. Terry. Oops. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Get got. Fine, lass, Chrissy. We'll fight. I'll fight you. I'll fight you in the face. In the face! Beep boop. The Mega Rayquaza point from last time, Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon do not receive any speed increases in that form. That doesn't surprise me, truly. I feel like they're faster than they should be, based on everything that I can tell based on how they appear. But, you know, sometimes them old Pokemon, they got some special skills to them. But the thing that I wanted to talk about was, so my friend Brian, who is the guy who lived here when I didn't, so my roommate, it's just we never really shared the room, but legally roommates. He was over today, just hanging out. We were chatting, catching up. We talked a fair amount about Pokemon, and he was going through in his head his original Heart Gold team. And I was like, oh, I think I remember my original Soul Silver team, so let me just, you know, let me say it. And I was like, I got 4 or 5 Pokemon in, and I was like, well, what else did I use on that team? And I couldn't remember. And so, but I had my copy of Soul Silver right there on my shelf, and I had my 3DS right there. So it was like, oh, I can just boot it up. When I booted it up, I went to look in the boxes, and I found the box that has, that team in it, which, by the way, in case you were wondering, was Typhlosion, Ampharos, Gengar, Exeggutor, Lapras, and Lugia, which is a very classic, like, if I'm playing Silver for the first time as a child, like, that's the kind of team that I'm building. Mega mad that Kyogre and Groudon could outspeed Rayquaza on a good day. As they should be. As they should be. But so it's like, I saw that team, but then what I saw was that particular game was where I had moved my Pokemon from the Nuzlocke save file of Pokemon Platinum that I erased to do the Channel Points challenge. Because I didn't remember where I put them. And so I didn't remember that team perfectly. And so when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, I still have them! And I have their nicknames. And so I was right, there was a Flareon on that team. I was pretty sure. But I was right. There was an Abomasnow, there was a Drifblim, there was an Empoleon. The two Pokemon that I forgot from that team, Luxray and Garchomp, two Pokemon that I've used on other teams. And I don't know how I forgot the Garchomp, because the Garchomp had an excellent nickname. It was Nanada. N-A-H-N-A-D-A. Nanada. Do. But I love Nanada. And the Luxray's name was Conrad. The Empoleon's name was George. This was before I had really honed my nickname style. Like, Nanada is a good Axamin nickname, but George and Conrad are very plain for me. Y'all still blocking off part of town? The finding the old Pokemon? Wasn't until Black 2 that you started using a team, not just your starter, along with others that joined the Team Final Fantasy 16 style. I can see that, Timothy. Yeah, it was a nice thing. What Pokemon was George? That was my Empoleon. I always forget which side you do first. I think, okay, so you have to go left. Then down. I got it. Yes, yes. Coy older man. Tell me more about yourself. Yeah, George was Empoleon, Conrad was Luxray, Flareon was Lambert, L-A-H-M-B-E-R-T. Garchomp was Nanada. Abomasnow was Krista. There's a lady Abomasnow. And Drifblim was Loretta J. I don't know what the J, if that's the middle initial, the final initial. But it was Loretta J. Which is genuinely one of the more inspired nicknames I've ever come up with. The idea of adding an initial, incredible. And Terry's leveling up like crazy. With Gash. Also, finally a gym where Smugly is actually useful, my goodness. So much mystery and intrigue in Loretta J. I know. The thing is, I did that playthrough, you know, well before I had my old job, right? Like, I did that playthrough in 2017. Hi, Tom. Welcome on in. I murdered the Whiskash. It was death. I mean, I'm sorry, did this man just offer to take off his clothes and give them to me? I'm a 10-year-old girl. This is inappropriate. I'd like to leave now. Oh, I don't want your phone number. Bye. I'm uncomfortable. Did I already teach Wailord Waterfall? Yeah, that's fine. Who needs a rest? Give it to the police. Correct. Correct. Okay. Now I just need to... Okay, so the other Pokemon for the team, Tintin, Oven Mitts, and Graham. Yeah, I'm kind of fine focusing on Smugly and Flop. Though, Oven Mitts here knows an Ice-type move. Well, no, I've got Glalie. They each have issues with Salamence. Drake is just gonna be a mess. It's fine. I will... Ruby. So, where were we? Oh, yes, I was setup sweeping. First Ruby of the stream? Yes, correct. And once again, since you weren't here earlier, and possibly last, should be. Since you were here earlier, I'm not honoring any channel point redemptions. I think I can get Ruby through. Especially if Glacia here cooperates. Unless we have another Shiftry moment. That was terrible. Just full agony. Good work, Key. Key's doing great. Rain. Yeah, I mean, the biggest trouble with Ruby was just finding something that Love Disc could kill. Because otherwise, like, I've got strong Pokemon on this team. I can take down, you know, what the Elite Four's got cooking. Par exemple, Jellybean. If you would please use Earthquake against this Walrein, that would be lovely. Oh, you're slow. Swampert being slow is... Sprite work is good in this generation, for sure. We did it. Moving on. Confirm the truly fearsome side? Confirm? Girl, is that what you were trying to say? Because, girl, that feels like a mistake. Like, I think you made an error. Okay. Going up against dragons, we'll use a Pokemon with an Ice-type move. Sound good? Sounds good. Yeah, I mean, I knew... So, back to the point from earlier. I knew that over time I had moved some of my Pokemon teams from save files that I was getting ready to overwrite to other cartridges. I just didn't know that my my save file of Pokemon Platinum ended up in Soul Silver. Which seems like an odd one for me to move things to, but what a happy happenstance. Oh, please, by all means, Dragon Dance. You'll take a 4 times power Ice Beam to the face, and then you'll be dead, but, you know, set up. Totally welcome. Flygon. Oh, Sandstorm. I'm a ground type. It does nothing. You're literally only hurting your Salamence. You fool. Jelly Bean Sweep! Yeah. I mean, this Swampert has done a lot of work. This team is solid. Like, Key and Claydol are good Pokemon. There's value in sending some of the Cinnamons to Johto. Bro, I have a Rhyperior. And a Dusknoir in that save file? I'm sure from trading. It's like, gosh, I thought I ain't even seen them Pokemon, you know? So Dragon Breath, good lord. Crunch. Is Crunch really the best you got? Is Fly not better than Crunch? Whatever. Toodaloo. Thanks. Yeah, if it were solely a matter of just getting this team through the Elite Four as quickly as possible, it's Key and Jelly Bean all the way. Yeah, we didn't get to see a shiny Pokemon in any of the games. Which is too bad. Hello, Steven Stone. His highest level Pokemon, I believe, is his Metagross at 58. Means I'm almost there. Spikes? Oh my goodness! Well, this would be a problem if I were planning on switching. But, seeing as I'm not... Bye. That is a Magneton, not a Caterpie, I'm afraid. Earthquake. Against a Steel Rock type? Ooh, that'll do some damage. Toodaloo. Cradilly. Rock Grass. Swampert can at least outspeed a Cradilly. Ooh, that'll hurt. Ooh, that'll hurt. Yeah, that'll hurt. I mean, I'll revive it. Because there's kind of no getting around Giga Drain for Swampert, so just do the damage you can, switch something in, knock it out, move on. Okay, who would be... Boy, this team has issues with grass types. Yes, Reggie, truly. Special defense on Regice is very good. Do I have a max revive by any chance? No? Okay. That's fine. I didn't want one. That's rude. I don't think he needed to do that. Shawnee Bear. Yeah, the Calm Mind sweep was so nice. So very, very nice. Oh, couldn't you have just knocked it out? I'm doing this solely so the Kraydilly takes down Reggie. So I don't switch into a Giga Drain. Or hit myself in confusion. Because I think even with the level differential, Kraydilly is just slow, slow, slow. Alright. Toodaloo. Slightly annoying fighting you, but we have ways around it. Cladle! Oh, with the rude. Rude. Still did half, but rude. Double rude! Okay, you know what? I'm using a Lepa Berry, because you're going to use an item right now, so I'm doing one too. Kraydilly has 43 speed, yeah. Oh, my stars and garters, a full restore. How could I have possibly seen this coming? Yeah, it's like right on the damage range cusp for half. This is gonna be a little annoying, but light screen down? Go for it. Because I'd love to just knock out this Claydol before it resets screens. Come on, Jellybean. Oh. Well, let's make him use all his full restores. Sounds good to me. Oh, just going for it. Thanks. Does me a solid. Metagross! I'm not counting on myself to outspeed it, so Jellybean's defenses should be fine. This should do less than half. See? Earthquake. You're gonna get Earthquaked right back. Especially since Reflect is not up, this'll be good. It's 3x. It's not, you know... It's not knocking the best, and Metagross has good defense. Huh. That did more than I thought. Mathematically... Good time to heal. Oh, you're disgusting. How dare you? How dare you use an item during a Pokemon battle, Steven Stone? You're the Pokemon champion. You should be able to get through this without items. Imagine if the trainers you went up against played the game like you did. Like, just had a nearly limitless supply of healing items. Like, you really gotta be better than them. You can't just pay your way to victory, which is essentially what I'm doing. Armaldo! What if there's a mod for that? Oh, good question. There we go. Go work, Jellybean. That would be terrible for me. Yeah. I did it! I beat the Pokemon champion. Thanks to Jellybean, with assistance from Regice. The first route level's in the 30s. Gotta do it. Yeah, I mean, the story of Ruby, Metagross's moveset in Mega Ruby Alpha Sapphire is Bullet Punch, Meteor Mash, Zen Headbutt, Giga Impact. That's scary. That is a scary moveset on a Metagross. I think Metagross is actually a great user of Earthquake, so it's sort of too bad that they got rid of that. But Bullet Punch for priority is so mean. Ghibli! Key! Reggie, Grumpy, Jellybean, and Lovely! Welcome to the Hall of Fame! Somehow there's a love disc here. I did it. 1238 in Ruby. Again, Sapphire's time was in the 11-something range, but you have to add an amount of time to that because of the Kyogre reset. Saying about the story of Ruby? The story of Ruby is just like Jellybean dealing with everything, and then some good assistance. First love disc ever in the Hall of Fame. Yes. Yes, correct. Never happened before. Ain't nobody ever used a love disc. Ain't nobody ever looked at that heart-shaped fish that doesn't evolve and been like, yeah, that's what I want for my team. Oh, sure, Togepi. Love a fun fact. Alright, while the game is doing credits, I can update the spreadsheet. Pokemon historical use. Don't switch. Okay. We add Pokemon Ruby Switcheroo, and then Jellybean, and then Pokemon Ruby Switcheroo for Zangoose, Key for Claydol, Ghibli for Regice, Reggie, no, not Reggie Rock, just Reggie. No, just Reggie. Stop autofilling, you dummy. For Groudon, Grumpy. And for Love Disc, Lovely. did it. Spreadsheet. Boom. I know there's gotta be some wild evolution in store for Love Disc. The fact that Alamamola is not an evolution for Love Disc is insane. But an RSC makes them only check for the feather badge, since it's assumed you already have all the others, since you can't reach Evergrande City without the field moves enabled by the other badges. Neat. Okay. So it did not switcheroo during Ruby's credits. So we'll just go to playtime. 12:38. I am now going to mark Ruby as done in the system. Control, Shift, D. So Sapphire's final game time was 11:13. So actually, Ruby had more time. Ruby got more time than Sapphire. In the end, I think. Emerald Sweep! What timing you have? Oh, no, I did that. Sorry, I'll say this again after the ad break. I'll give it just a minute so we can have this discussion. It's just every half hour there's just a little interruption. Goodness, it's like real television. We here at the Axamin Show strive to be a facsimile for real television. And are we good? Is it done? Is it over? I think it's good. So, okay, so just to say it again, for those who might have missed it in the television commercials, I made the switch happen. I marked Ruby as done. And so so that wasn't a true switch. But what I was saying is, because of the game time in Ruby being what it was, I think Ruby actually got more playtime than Sapphire. I think Sapphire actually ended up getting through the game faster. Which is shocking to me. It's truly, it's Relicanth and Whalmer. Like, that saved Sapphire. Oh my gosh. Because I would argue Sapphire and Ruby took about the same amount of time working on Groudon and Kyogre. Yeah, Relicanth was really a big deciding factor because Sapphire got Relicanth first thing. All right. Anyways, now that we've seen the play times for those two, we'll see the final playtime for Emerald, and I'm betting it'll be about 2 hours longer. Actually, I bet it'll be more like 3 hours longer, because I'm pretty sure Emerald has had the most playtime already. I mean, here, I'll mark Sapphire is done, and we can just quickly save in Emerald and find out. Emerald. Who am I bringing with me to the Elite Four? Like, I'll bring Tinsa. This Tinsa might be helpful. This is just because it's going to annoy me otherwise. Am I going to keep training Terry? Yes, I am. Maybe I'm not. Still a good one to have. But I need to sort of focus on Smugly, because I need something that's going to help me get through Wallace. Okay, yeah, we'll quickly save. Yeah, 15 hours in Emerald. Emerald has 2.5 more hours already than Ruby. So, I would like everyone to pour one out for Emerald. One what? I don't know. I don't drink. But Emerald just, like, the Switcheroo machine gave Emerald every chance, and I tried real hard. But Emerald's just a longer game. So I'm very pleasantly surprised that this was as balanced as it was. Team Water? No, because that has a hashtag. And I don't tend to speak in octothorpes personally. Hello, the woman. Yes, those classic Hoenn trumpets. Alright, you're the first trainer. Yeah. This is the first trainer on the way to Evergrande. This is how I know I'm going the right way. It's wine! Alright, Smugly. You're gonna get a lot of training. So I need you to deal with some fish. Oh gosh. Wallace has a Tentacruel that I have to deal with. And I don't know what I'm doing about Drake. Sound like a record exec for Drake's record label. Yeah. I mean, I kind of love that because of the way the Switcheroo machine played out this Switcheroo, like Emerald got extra time and therefore was in contention. Did we turn it off? No, but I marked Ruby and Sapphire as complete, so it will no longer Switcheroo. So, functionally. Like, the machine is technically still active, but it has nothing to Switcheroo to. Hurrahs? Ivy Sour. Hello, Dice. Welcome on in. Lovely to see ya. Oh, ma'am. Oh, ma'am. Or just Switcheroo to something else entirely. And now we're playing Wario's Woods! Hello. I think possibly there are ways that I could do I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine. This is a weird team. Oh, true. Yeah, Ruby finished. Was able to do it in its next round. It did not have that much left. A quick sweep through Glacia. And Drake, for that matter. And then a slightly annoying Steven fight, but not difficult. No switch during the credits. Do I not have a repel up? Oh goodness, I don't. It is a level 17 Wingull that is interrupting me. Go away. So close to Evergrande. Yeah, and while we're working through, we can talk about the next Switcheroo. Because, like, I gotta, like... You know, I gotta get through Victory Road, which is gonna take some time, and I might... Am I gonna do additional training? I'm really not. I know I'm not. I don't know why I'm even, like, acting like I'm going to. I'm not. I'm just gonna go for it and see what happens and figure it out. Oh, I have a few ugly ideas. That might work. We'll see. It's one Pokemon Center in the league. There's a city on top of Victory Road. It's just we're not allowed to go there. All right. Hey Wally, we're fighting you here in Emerald because they're like, this boy's not that important. Or maybe they were like, hey, at the end of Victory Road is not maybe the best, nicest time to have a full 5 Pokemon battle. Terry, would you deal with this? Thanks, Terry. Honestly, just keep going. It's fine. This battle has a lot of bad matchups for Sceptile. Now this one's a bad one for you, Terry, but we'll fix that. Oh, it's bad for all of them. Well, Tintin can handle. Ooh, the Master Ball animation works really well with Registeel. That was very pretty. I liked that. Requires every team to have Munchlax. Knowing how Munchlax is acquired in that game, I will be vetoing that idea in 3, 2, 1. Vetoed! No. Bad. But I like the chaotic energy. Good work, 10-10. I believed in you. Also, I didn't realize how split open Registeel was. Is anyone else realizing this for the first time? Because I sure am. I was just about to say, right? My attack is halved, so if you would please. Thank you. Terry. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's Machoke. We were looking for you earlier. Machoke is so... what is the correct word? An oat. Oh! I see. Living melatonin, I choose you! Well, Togepi, it's fascinating that Steven's Matang gets experience in the double battle in this. Stealing my man. Machoke. Alright. Moving on! Actually, maybe I'll go back. Like, I'll beat this Roselia, but might go back. Well, Fungagal, if you'd like to have that show up on screen, you probably have the money for it. I refunded a bunch of things. You watch more about Dodongos? Oh my goodness. What'd you learn? How much these clay balls selling for? Side note, this week I'm gonna try and stream on like a Monday or a Wednesday. Because I would like to, I'd like to see how that feels now that I'm less exhausted. Pokemon was selling Crocs with Pokemon... That word, I don't like it. And I don't feel like saying it with my human mouth. Yeah, so I refunded all of the Switcheroo redeems, but I also refunded anyone who like redeemed Sounds Fruity, or I think Gold as well. Because what I realized is, like, I just want people to, like, be able to use those. And so if you, like, accumulate 10,000 points, you get the privilege of doing that. But it's not actually going to be something that is a real spend, because I'll refund them periodically. And so it's more an incentive to, like... I think it's the little things that you put in the holes of Crocs. Yeah. What Dogoby said. But yeah, so essentially, accumulating 10,000 or more channel points gives you the privilege to make David Alan Grier as Maya Angelou show up on screen. I'm not going to use Screech. The only thing that's actually a spend right now is for Who's That Pokemon. Oh, well, an Eero one sounds cute. That's a PP up. I didn't need it. I don't like biking in here, truly. Alright. You're a Swellow. Lap! Can you please? Methods developed in certain prefectures, and today there are workshops and artisans who use wildly different methods. Some use straw in the clay to make the core stronger, some use pottery techniques, some just use muck from outside. Pretty sure you catch muck in, like, Celadon City. Or at least Grimer. It's one of my favorite things in the Pokemon games, actually. Is the fact that you can catch Grimer surfing in Celadon City. It's like, oh, this city is polluted and dirty. And Erica's trying to be like, let's have flowers and stuff. It's like, girl, go outside. Beautify your town. But of course, said as Mark. I always think Kadabra's special defense is better than that. Honestly, Togepi, honestly, tracks. She's just like, I'm just gonna sleep. My apartment's pretty. I mean, lady, you say that, but... I mean, it's probably correct. So, like, valid. Fair point. Glalie has 80s across the board in stats, right? Dig. Oh, that's right, it's a Ninetales. It doesn't know anything useful. What am I thinking? Yes, okay. Okay. I'm developing a plan. I'm scheming a little. Because, you know, our dear and lovely pal Drake makes the foolish error of leading off with his absolute worst Pokemon. What's the point of having a flying type? Oh, you suck. So I have the feeling that if I went to the Lily Cove department store and purchased for myself 1-2x speeds, 1-2x specials, I could get Terry here set up. Honestly, 1x special would be enough, truly. But 1-2x speeds, 1x special. Like, I think that might be how I get through Drake. Do I have a full restore? I have so many things. Boy, I haven't really sold much. Emerald just has so much more money. Yeah, I think I've got it. It's... Battle items isn't my favorite strategy. I think I go to Veto. I don't need the elixir. Hi, Veto. Why does everyone lead off with a bird? This is so annoying for me. Yeah. But battle items, you know, they're part of the game. So I'm gonna go buy a few. And I will use that to help me set up sweep. I think that's going to give me the easiest and least annoying time with Drake and Wallace. Ha! Get got. Oh. I am the one who was got. Oh my gosh, I outspeed an Electrode. What is Sceptile's base speed? I mean, I know Sceptile's quick, but I didn't think it was that quick. Kadabra! $120. Oh, alright. Alright! Pound, honey? You're going with pound. That's what you've chosen? Pound? And again. Pound. Vito, what are you doing? What, this thing doesn't know nature power? Pound is what you've chosen. Pound. 40 power normal move, pound. Where do you think the cool trainers get their jackets? Like, they all wear the same tracksuits. Like, where do they get them? Well, not really. I've got items. I'm doing fine. Gale, Brooke, Caroline. Birds! Every time, birds. Gosh, you suck. Anything in particular I wanted to talk about in regards to the Gen 4 Switcheroo? Good question. Thank you for getting us back to that. So, found this YouTube man that makes some entertaining videos, watched a few, noting his very present baby face, then all of a sudden, he was a corn-based supervillain, body one can only describe as, oh my god? Challenge a cheese puff-based superhero to a boxing match in NYC. It was also entertaining, you're sorry to say. Some avocado, what I got from that, translating, and don't worry, I'll get back to Gen 4 Switcheroo, is, someone gets famous, gets money, gets jacked, and then goes on the normal, 20-something, 30-something YouTube path to celebrity, which is becoming an ultimate fighter because they have no other skills and no use for their brains. Gen 4 Switcheroo. Diamond Pearl Platinum seems quite likely. I do think having third version is fun. I think Platinum has a better chance. I will have to think about team composition. Because one of the advantages to Platinum is that it gets so many Pokemon available to it that Diamond and Pearl don't get. And so you can pretty easily compose like a Platinum-specific team. And then between Diamond and Pearl, you can do a lot of exclusives. Like Honchchromis Magius, Perugly Skuntank, what are some others? This is fine. Because rooting the teams in exclusives is always... Oh, this lantern knows Earthquake. Ugly Skuntang sounds way too much like a very rude thing to call someone. Oh, the fossils, sure. That's a good point. Yeah, this lantern is ridiculous. I remember this lantern specifically. Yeah, and the fossil Pokemon I feel like I still need to use. I mean, the Wormadams is a good, like, triptych between the games. I like that idea. I don't need to use Giratina, but I do think I need to use Dialga and Palkia. I wouldn't want to, I wouldn't want to totally strip out, like, the element of choice, giving the teams the ability to sort of set what they... Ooh. I have a thought around this, actually. Like, I feel like it might not be the worst thing in the world, instead of, like, having people pick their team... How would I do this? So, if the games are kind of, like, set in what the teams would end up being... Well, okay, wait. There's the Wormadams, there's the Lake Triad. I haven't used any of the Lake Triad. And so you could definitely fight about those. Is it really just Purugly Skuntank, Honchkrow, Mismagius, and the fossils that are exclusive? That can't be it. Because I can open it up to non-Sinnoh Pokemon. We can do more like what we did in the Gen 2 Switcheroo, where the teams are, like, they have to have at least half be Sinnoh Pokemon, which we could accomplish fairly easily with Starter, Lake, Wormadam, and then the other three can be open. But at least one has to be a version exclusive. Don't need to go that way right now. There are others, but not in the Sinnoh Dex. Okay. Well, what are some of the others? Because that's what I want to see, is, like, that comparison. I think Sableye can learn Psychic. Is there anything against which I would want to use it, though? No, truly no. Oh. Motherfucker, that's an interesting point, and also sort of sad. Wait, I'm sorry. I just totally... I know where the island I need to go to is. I don't know why I just skipped it. It's just down here and over here. Seal, Cypher, Larvitar, Poochyena, Aeron, Kecleon, Slowpoke, Pinsir, Houndour, Stantler's Field, Bagon. Okay, most of those don't seem like things that you can catch in main game. So... Yeah, the selection of version exclusives is pretty scant. Here, I'll post. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, then in that case, I guess it's just a decision of how many version exclusives I want to require. Because it's like, I could require all 3, and then we're done. For the Diamond and Pearl teams. But that doesn't seem terribly fun. So I think you need to have at least 1 version exclusive. The Diamond and Pearl teams will get to pick between those 3. Or maybe 2. Maybe you do 2 of 3, and then that's okay. I think that's the right balance. So if each of the teams gets a starter, a lake Pokemon, a Wormadam, then each of the teams has to pick 2 of the 3 or 2 of the version exclusive Pokemon, and so in Platinum, it's a much larger field. Okay, so Platinum has to pick. Here's how it's gonna be. Platinum has to pick from its version exclusive pool for all 3 of its remaining Pokemon, because it has way more than 3. Diamond and Pearl each get a two of their version exclusives and added into the mix. Am I ready for the Elite Four? I'm getting there. And they get a free choice, which the teams for Diamond and Pearl could use on like a Dialga or a Palkia, or they could use for something else entirely. Or maybe I should take legendaries off the table outside of the Lake Trio. Because that, I mean, well, actually with the leveling, Dialga and Palkia are not a guarantee against Cynthia. I don't know if we can handle another legendary episode. So one of the things that I've realized is using the game's RNG as part of the feature of the Switcheroo is really captivating. It is not a bad thing. Like, requiring Wormadam means having to catch a Burmy on a honey tree, which will take some work. A female Burmy at that. True. Okay, Flop. Yeah, you gotta catch so many ladybugs in that game. Like, you want a Vespiquen, you gotta get a female combi. You want a Wormadam? It's gotta be a Lady Burmy. At least with Burmy you got Mothim, but... get paralyzed. That hurt an amount. Ooh. So sassy with the high jump hits. Is Mothim any good? No. No, it sure isn't. Does anyone remember Mothim? I mean, I remember it, but it's not any good. Obsessed with it for a week as a child. Just a week? Must have been a slow news week or something. Nature Power, Shadow Ball. Probably a month. Well, that seems excessive. Alright, if that's how much I'm doing to a level 42 Ludicolo. Ooh, that Wailord. That Wailord knows Blizzard. Sorry, I'm scheming in the background. Literally 2 steps after the repel. Literally 2 steps. We didn't have to do this, you know. I'm gonna fight you. You decided to show up. You didn't have to get in my way. But you did. Wait. I'm not sure that this is where I'm supposed to be. Yeah, sure isn't. Well, I did the battles. Yeah, here we go. If one calls that an advantage, Togepi, yes. As though I would be training these Burmies by hand very much. Burmy is one of those Pokemon that just sits in the suck zone for a while, and I'm like, I don't want to deal with all that. This is Cacturing Guy, so. Because I know that. What's up, Cacturing Guy? Terry. Yeah, oh, for sure. Hello, Kerasiadun. Welcome on in. How you doing? Caliber! Suck! Terry has limited ice beams and you're wasting them. Wasting. You garbage bird. With your trash mouth. Dread about work tomorrow, but it'll be fine, maybe. Ooh, feel ya on that. I don't have dread per se, but like it is like I do have to return to employment tomorrow. I'm not looking the most forward to that. Like, it's fine, it's a place to go, it's, you know, something to do while I wait. Oh, okay, so... I should write down, by the way, my thoughts on how I'm gonna do the teams for the Diamond Pearl Platinum Switcheroo, because I think this is a pretty darn solid idea. Which is Starter, Lake Triad, Wormadam. Diamond and Pearl gets to pick 2 version exclusives. Let's kill the slacking. 2 of their 3 version exclusives, and then gets 1 free choice Pokemon, probably accepting legendaries. You fool! You did not swap abilities with the correct Pokemon! Haha! Gonna do underground mining? I might have to. Might have to, Liquid. I want them fossils. Because the fossils are some of the exclusives. Depends on what the teams pick when we get there. But yeah, And then Platinum just picks from its much wider pool of Pokemon that were added into Platinum for its final 3. And that's probably good, because Diamond will want to balance against the fact that it's going to be Dark Heavy. Because it'll have Honchkrow and Skuntank. Oh, lowered another one? This is gonna be a mess. Brick, how dare you against my Snowball? Incorporate a ranking system for one of the members between Pachirisu, Chatot, and Carnivine. Yeah, the ranking, having a ranked Pokemon, having rankings for Pokemon that could be on any team was more difficult than I thought it would be to implement. So I am... Caitlin! Your face? I'm doubting that I'll be repeating that. The effect was ultimately quite interesting. And I think the teams that we got for all of Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald ended up being fairly balanced. Boy, Terry just bit the heck out of that slacking. Your face is a disgrace. Oh, my Sceptile is okay underground. Okay. We might actually be done sooner than I thought. I thought this would take longer. I mean, I still have to get every Pokemon a win. But that's, you know, doable. Felicia! Please come here. Let's see, we're gonna put you away. I mean, really the only one that I'm not intending to use for sort of serious purpose is Registeel. Even still, Registeel is handy as a, like, backup pivot. And, not for nothing, as a wall against the worst parts of that Tentacruel that Wallace has. Can't take a Water-type hit to save its life, but... Okay, well, I can buy what full heals I want here now, which is 1. I have so much money. Milotic, Snorlax, and Vespiquen. Having caught and trained a Milotic in a Gen 4 game, no thanks, not again. Get my revives now. Why not? I got the money. Hyper potions. 4 is enough. Yeah, yo. 2x speeds. 4x specials. Oh, I already have 2x attacks? Well, that's enough. Okay. Just in case something goes wrong against Ludicolo. Because that Ludicolo is so annoying. Now then. TMs. Can Sapphire learn Aerial Ace? Because yeah, it can. Registeel can. Which is insane. Insane. Doesn't feel right. Archies are birds, confirmed. Truly? Would this be better than Crunch? No, not really. I'm gonna teach Flop Thunderbolt, though. I don't know why I didn't do that sooner. Oh. I'm gonna get rid of Strength and teach Sceptile Earthquake, though. I guess so. I guess so, Togepi. Watch out, Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno. Hey. Bum, bum. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Probably in Lucario and the Mystery of Mew, Monfocata. Sounds like something that would happen in Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. Like, I'm pretty sure it was Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. Like, am I right? It was Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. Anyone can... Anything else that I want to do here? I mean... Where is Sceptile in level 54? Far enough that I am comfortable using the rare candies. So Sceptile is going to be our road to victory through Wallace. So I've decided that I will be maximizing its level. Now then, let us fly back to Evergrande City. Put back in our team the other two Pokemon that will be joining us for this adventure, which are Ludicolo and Sableye. And let's make a mess. You might be saying to yourself, Axamin, how are you going to get that Sableye through anything? Sableye resists, you know, everything. It takes regular damage at best. And so with super effective Shadow Ball, it can beat some of Phoebe's ghosts. Bye, Felicia! Thank you. Thank you for that, Garcia. I appreciated that. I liked it. Yes, I would like 30 full restores. Thank you. Yeah, this team's gonna be a little messy. It ain't the prettiest, but you know, I think I can do it. Let's get... I'm gonna get Ovenmitz a win right off the bat, because that Mighty End has got Intimidate, which is annoying, and then I'll use Tintin. Yeah, I got gym badges. Shut up. Believe in your Pokemon and go forth. I'll do it. your mom. Okay. So what have we learned about Sydney? That double team is a garbage move used by garbage people. That's what we've learned about Sydney. Get faked out, first and foremost. It's just bonus damage. Disgusting. How dare you? Well, with that vest, of course, Mofficata. I feel like that goes practically without saying. Alright. Oven mitts, part of the team. Success. Absol. I'll go ahead and switch for Tintin. I think Tintin can handle Absol. Oh yeah. Please, by all means. I've had this match before. You raise your attack, I raise my defense. Ooh, what's going to happen? My defense is doubled. And you're in trouble. Oh, honey. Adorable. You fool! You should have been raising your defense. I can take on a Crawdon. Do it. Do it. This is like, I'm still boosted right now. I'm low on speed, but I'm still high on attack. That's coming off 1.5. Critical hit! Good job, Tonto! And the shift tree is a no. Team Rocket with Dracula. Mofficata comments? Comments on that concept? Terry. Thanks, Terry. Terry on the team. Victory. Get cured. Alright. Half the team is now compliant. Gotta get Grem. I should be able to get Grem set up against Dusclops and Banette. Hey, Grem. I've also used a Sableye before, so it's not, like, high pressure. Team Aqua really could have used some Corvish. Don't know why they didn't. Giovanni. Right? Hi, Phoebes. I mean, you say, see if you can inflict damage. I have a ghost. You fool. To look something up. Okay. Oh, this Dusclops. You know what I'm gonna do to you, actually? I wasn't gonna do this, but now I am. Boosh! I can do it too. How do you like that? Why don't you suck on that, Phoebe? Oh. She did. And she spat it back in my face. Well, I have these lava cookies, you see. Have a cookie! Ew. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna do the shadow ball now. Bish. Grem did it. Grem on the team. I mean, just, you know, like, go for it. He's fine. He's fine. Terry. I so wish that Glalie were an Ice Dark type. It's got the right look. It would make Crunch so much better. Duscloops. Why did you send in Duscloops? Interesting. Hey, Oven Mitts. Would you come take a look at something? Gross. Ooh. The crit is unfortunate. But now Terry gets a switch in. And Terry should outspeed the Dusclops. I don't know that Terry does all that damage, but go for it anyway. Why not? Lava Fed. Yeah, didn't think so. You went through that? I mean, Rock Slide isn't... Yeah, Rock Slide's not the most potent. BB! BB! How dare you? Alright, 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 alright. Go for it. Good work, Terry. Proud of you, girl. Sableye. An annoying Pokemon if I've ever seen one. Flop! Flop, I would love to have you deal with this thing. Oh my gosh. Togepi, I would scream. You would hear me screaming. 'Cause that makes a Dusclops so thick. Like, disgustingly thick. Q. Good work, Flop! Oh, you got a crit on that. Well, very good work, Flop. Flop on the team. Banette. Do it again. Flop! Should evolve one in Dusknoir, which is her new name. That makes sense. Helps balance out the team. Alright. Hey, Terry. Did you come in here and bite this thing? Thanks, Terry. Good work, Terry. Not the prettiest battle, but we out. Yes, I shall. I don't need your permission, madam. I mean, I guess I do. I guess only you can open the doors, but... like, I feel like it was presumptive and or rude. What am I gonna do about Glacia? Glacia is not a... like, Glacia is not, like, the antithesis to this team. Hex and all the elemental punches. Interesting. Not good, but interesting. I mean... with Flop, I can take care of the Celios and the Walrein. So I'll do some of that. Against one of the Glalie, if the Glalie takes down Flop, I'll switch in Bram, I'll throw a Confuse Ray on it. And, like, see what we can do. Celio! Versus Flop. I know I'm playing in bad numbers, going for Thunder after Thunder, but... after all the shouting that I've done at Flop throughout this series... Future Sight instead of Protect. That Dusclops having Protect is like what I think of when I think of that Dusclops. I feel like you can't change that. Also, the fact that Flop did not one-shot a Celio, a not fully evolved water type, devastatingly annoying. But it means I'll just Thunderwave and Thunderbolt things. Because I'm not one-shotting this Celio, I'm not one-shotting the other one. Heck no, I'm not one-shotting Walrein. And we'll just parafuse some stuff. Boop. Oh, Icy Wind. Come on. Come on, Flop. I believe in you. Slightly. 1 minute. Has Shadow Ball, Spike, Will-O-Wisp, and Feint Attack. That's a good Banette. The other has Shadow Ball, Grudge, Toxic Psychic. That's also a good Banette. Those are both okay Banettes. That's it? I mean, 80 special defense, but that's it? I feel like Thunderbolt did more. Alright. Flop, you tried. What does your name suggest? You flopped. Alright. The goal here is to avoid a full restore that will be very annoying. Oh, couldn't you have done that next turn? Oh, never mind, it's fine. Grem. Alright, 2 down. Like, really the main issue for me right now is second Glalie, because it's like, that's just an annoying matchup. Boy, this Sableye is doing way more work than I thought it would. If this Celio hits itself in confusion... Oh my gosh. Grem! That was just artful. That was gorgeous. That Celio couldn't do anything. One of Glacier's Glalie says Protect, Ice Shard, Hail, Freeze Dry. Terrible. Light Screen, Ice Shard, Hail, Crunch. Ugh. Also bad. Yeah, I don't like either of those movesets for a Glalie. Crunch, Ice Beam, Protect, and then, because it's Glacia, Hail, but you can sub any one of those moves for Explosion. So much better. Alright, knock down that special defense. Heck yeah. You okay, Graham? Ain't hurt that much. I believe in you. Oh, you know Shadow Ball too? Alright, I lowered its special defense. So... Oven Mitts? Surf? This feels like an odd choice. Like, I know what you might be saying at home, like, Axamin, why aren't you using Sceptile? This is just a bad match for Sceptile. Why didn't I use Sceptile against Phoebe? Didn't need to. Thanks, Glalie. Thanks for being a buddy. Nice work, Oven Mitts. Trying to keep the whole team involved. It's important to me. Oh. Well. That does knock out a Ludicolo. Ahem. Sceptile, this is a water type. Would you deal with it? That would be lovely, thank you. I wish you would have done more. Well. Okay, your speed and your bulk, better than I expected. Use Ray Blizzard, Hail, Ominous Wind. That's okay. Draining Hiss, Blizzard, Hail, Shadow Ball. That's better. Yeah, that second Frostlass sounds much more annoying to deal with. Victory. And now every member of the team has knocked out at least one Pokemon. I, in fact, think all of them have knocked out at least 2. Keeping this team very roundly involved. Oh, maybe not. No, Tintin did. Because Tintin took down that Crawdon. Yeah, Glacia's team is a little uninspired. There are more ice types that she could have used. She just went to Shoal Cave and was like, yup, this is it. Yeah, Ice Beam Crunch, like, Hail Light Screen, makes sense. Hail Ice Beam Shadow Ball Crunch, okay. The Icy Wind is bad, but... I think you could make a team of only spherical Pokemon, yeah. Glalie, Electrode. Would you count Registeel? Glalie and Electrode are definitely where you'd start, though. Does Magnezone count? Or Magneton, rather? Jumpluff? Okay, if Jumpluff counts, Magneton counts. Okay, and I've got my battle items. Yerp. Okay. Jigglypuff? Yeah. I mean, maybe you take out Magneton, because maybe the magnets take it away. Well, but then you'd have to count away for Glalie's ears. Yeah, okay. I think you get there. Terry! One speed. Shelgon? Yeah. Shelgon is just a sphere with legs. 2 speed. 1 special. Rude. Oh, that puts a damper in my plans. Well, we're moving on then. We're gonna see what I can do. It's this. Ooh, the speed drop. It's a small hitch. It might be fine. Yeah, so like I said, battle items aren't my favorite. It's kind of a cheap strategy to me, but it works so well. And you have to think about it, and you have to plan it, and you have to be able to, like, actually use them. It's not the cheapest thing. It's in the game. It's there. Altaria 2 Flygons. Kingdra Soundless. Ah, so he loses Shelgon. Speaking of Kingdra, you boosted speed is about similar to me boosted speed. Yeah, so bye-bye. To give you. Well, that did it. I'm glad I kept training Terry. Ooh, a Glalie with a little boost. Ooh, that's good. That's good. I was worried about Drake, because this team is weak to flying types with fire moves. But making a Glalie a little bit faster, that'll do the trick! Do the trick. Actually, because Wailord... yeah, I'm gonna lead off with Flop. Flop might not kill Wailord, but Flop is gonna make things easier for me. Hey, you. Dragon Rush, Zen Headbutt, Crunch, Thunderfang. See, that's less scary. Earthquake Flamethrower is so much worse, so much more devastating. Like, you can get around that move pool with an Ice type or a Fairy type, no trouble. Flop, if you would please. Thank you. Oh, beautiful work. Well done, Flop. Can't remember who on this team doesn't know Ice-type moves. I mean, I know Whiskash. Send in Whiskash? Oh, you send in Gyarados. Oh, you're so sweet. Look at how nice he is, just feeding up the one that I need an electric type to deal with. Wallace is just the nicest guy. Flop, where has this gear been? Oh my goodness. The paralysis. Oh, beautiful work. Absolutely fabulous. Because now you know what I can do. Hello. A 1x special for our dear and lovely Smugly. I'm gonna see if I can throw down an X attack as well. Ooh. Interesting. One boost. I mean, you don't know Ice Fang, and Ice Fang's not physical in this generation, so let's do this. Yeah, that Earthquake's gonna hurt, but I'm still outspeeding that thing. It's not gonna hurt that much. Hello. Okay, we're in business. This is what Smugly is here for. Milotic. You're going straight to Milotic. Okay. Okay, Steven. Wallace. Wallace is your name. I know who you are. Oh! Ba-da-ba-boom! Milotic's got bulk, but it doesn't have that much bulk. Boosted Earthquake. Ain't no lie, baby. Bye, bye, bye. Well, let's remember that. Don't matter what he got left, Ludicolo. I got Aerial Ace on this thing specifically for Ludicolo. Because I know this thing does double team. I know it. I know it. I have fought this Ludicolo enough to know how annoying it is, and how much Aerial Ace is a required move to go up against Wallace. Oh, honey. No. Yeah, I'm sorry, the Whiskash never stood a chance. I feel like this whole team did great. I had to resort to battle items a little, but it was either that or grind for 3 hours. And sweep! Hi, Brendan. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking whether or not I'd like advice, because the answer is no. I was the victory. The new champion. Brandon's like, what? Well, congratulations. Now time to prepare for Cynthia. Yeah, I'm gonna need about a year. Flop! Smugly! Grem! Tintin! Oven mitts! Terry! Welcome to the Hall of Fame! We did it! Yeah, the Emerald Tricos needed the least extra time since Blue. I mean, they still got, like, final playtime 16:19, which is about 4 hours more. It's over 3.5 hours more than Ruby had at its final, but congratulations, Emerald. Congratulations. All 3 teams have now finished. Emerald does finish in 3rd, but not a distant 3rd. And again, the Switcheroo machine favored them heavily. It's just the team composition was difficult. Let me add these things into the Switcheroo. It really does, right? Alright, Pokemon Emerald Switcheroo. And I think Sceptile was the highest level of any Pokemon on the team by the end. Smugly. Flop. Oh, I add an entry to Ludicolo. Mitts. Add an entry to Sableye. Grem. Glalie. Terry. And Registeel. Tintin. There we go. And so now for Hoenn, all I have left of the fully evolved Pokemon to use, Huntail, Latias, Latios, Jirachi, and Deoxys. I actually saw in my save file, my Soul Silver save file, I have a level 6 Jirachi. Could trade that somewhere and use it. Could do, but I can get a Jirachi in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, so I don't need to. Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl is really going to help me clean up legendaries. Jirachi's adorable. It's lovely. Its movie isn't great, but it's lovely. The end. Anyways, thank you so much, one and all, for joining me for the Switcheroo. The Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Switcheroo. This was the epilogue, in which we finished Pokemon Ruby and Emerald. What a journey. I know. This Switcheroo is probably my favorite of the 3 that we've done. Because this one had a lot more technical polish. And I think had a better energy. There was hope and drama and agony and vevra and attitude, but it was quite positive throughout. And I know from the Gold Silver Crystal Switcheroo that it was mostly, like, people were more playing the heel than they were actually meaning to, like, be the heel. But it's like, I think, like, I like this version of it better. Delicious agony. Yeah. And this, I mean, the fact that it came down to that final switch between Ruby and Sapphire, I could not have written that better. Like, going into the final stream, Silver had a lead, or Gold had a lead, excuse me, and Silver needed some good luck to come back. Whereas in this, it was, like, it was such a tight game between Sapphire and Ruby at the end. So what was that again? Oh, I was just recapping. And so it's, you know, it's nothing that you didn't live through. Anyways, I'm gonna end the stream there. And I'm normally I'd do a raid, but I need to just, like, I need to go to bed. So I don't have much time to, like, sort of stick around. But, well, you're very, very welcome. And I don't have much time to, like, chat with. I mean, if I'll send you to, here's what I'll do. I'll send you to Common, and would someone just tell Common that I had to run? I'll be going and say hello, have a wonderful rest of your evening, and excellent tomorrow, and I will be back. Hopefully tomorrow night, but at least Wednesday this week. Bye. Thanks, Passion.